Minneapolis in the United States, where protests are continuing following the murder of George Floyd. On the third day of the protests, one of the offices of the city police was stormed by protesters. This is May 28th. The office was subsequently set on fire. The building was the office of the 3rd Precinct of the Minneapolis Police. The precinct office was a major site of protest by the residents and is the one in which the 4 police officers accused of Floyd's murder were serving. While the city administration fired the 4 officers and initiated a federal investigation, the accused are yet to be indicted. Floyd's family and the protesters have been demanding that they be charged with murder. Hundreds of protesters had laid siege to the police building on May 27th. The protesters were met with violent repression involving tear gas, batons and rubber bullets. Later, reports emerged of a protester found dead with a gunshot injury under unexplained circumstances. All of this only intensified the protest at the precinct building. Meanwhile, protests are also occurring across the United States in various cities in solidarity with the family of Floyd and also in protest against other killings. George Floyd was murdered on May 25th by police officers as the movement has been in the forefront of the struggle for abortion rights in the country. Tens of thousands of women, queer and non-binary people took part in the virtual protest with green scarves, which represents the feminist struggle for legal abortion. They shared their messages and photos with green scarves on social media. They were demanding the approval of the voluntary termination of pregnancy bill. Several political leaders, social activists, human rights organizations, women and LGBTQI movements also participated. Throughout the day, the movement held several conferences, interviews and artistic performances. This year, with the progressive president in power, legal abortion seems within reach in Argentina. In a session in the National Assembly on March 1st, President Alberto Fernandez announced that he would present a bill to decriminalize abortion in the country. For the first time in history, a head of state advocated the right to abortion. His announcement was celebrated by women, the LGBTQI community and feminist movements and organizations.